My parents threw me out at 14 because my twin brother said I beat him. He'd faked the bruises. He'd watched me get suspended anyway. 14 years later, they called after seeing me on TV. They weren't calling to apologize, they were calling for money. Growing up, my parents treated my brother like a future superstar. I was the black sheep because I liked sports and friends. He got parties, praise, and endless second chances. I got comparisons, lectures, and a constant feeling of being wrong. The only person who made me feel safe was my grandma. My brother figured out early that lying worked. If something went missing, he'd calmly blame me. My parents believed him before I opened my mouth. Then he got jealous that I still had friends. On our 14th birthday, his friends bailed on him. Mine took me out for ice cream, and he snapped. The next week, rumors crawled through school. He told people I was violent at home and spoiled. Then he escalated and made it look real. A black eye, a bruised shoulder, new evidence every few days. Friends stopped texting. Teachers watched me like I was dangerous. When I begged him to stop, he smirked and said, "You deserve to rot alone." The principal called us in with our parents. My brother lied without blinking. Yes, she hits me. My mom cried and hugged him like a victim on a movie poster. My dad called him brave, then turned to me like I was trash. I tried to defend myself, but no one wanted the truth. I got a 10-day suspension to set an example. When we got home, my dad started packing my stuff. I thought I was grounded. I was wrong. He dumped my suitcase in the foyer and said, "Get out." I begged. I cried. I looked at my twin like he'd wake up. He just watched me, cold and quiet. My grandma showed up and didn't play nice. She loaded my things, buckled my seatbelt, then went to their door. I heard her through the glass. She's a child. Touch her again and I call CPS. My parents tried to blame me. Grandma shut it down. That was it. They never checked on me after. School was hell after the suspension, but I survived it. I graduated, went to college, and finally got air in my lungs. I discovered I was good at content writing and started freelancing. One client became three became steady income. I built a life without them, and I kept it that way. Years later, a big project hit, and my work started getting noticed. A seminar clip got shared. A local news segment invited me on. I posted the clip, proud for once, and went back to my deadlines. Then my phone lit up with missed calls from my mom. Her name on my screen felt like a ghost. When I called back, she went, "Sweet, we're so proud of you." My dad jumped in, asking about my life like nothing happened. Then came the real question. "How much do you make?" I said, "That's not your business." He said, "We're family." After that, my mom sighed and played the struggle card. "We're retired," she said. "The house needs renovations. We have no savings." Next, my dad added, "You can help. It's the least you can do." I stared at the wall and felt 14 again for half a second. Then I got calm, because calm scares them more than yelling. I said, "I'll help, on one condition." I heard my dad's tone change instantly. Then I said it slow. "You tell everyone the truth." After that, "You admit he made those rumors up." Next, "You admit you kicked me out for his lies." My mom snapped, "That's unnecessary." My dad tried the voice he used when I was a kid. "I'm your father." I said, "My grandma raised me. You abandoned me." Silence. They wanted money, not accountability. So I hung up. They called nonstop. Then my brother texted me like he was doing me a favor. "They never loved you," he wrote. "They'll never hurt me." And then he admitted it. "Yeah, I lied back then. Move on." He topped it off with, "You're unmarried and childless anyway. Do the right thing." So I did. I sent one email to our relatives. I laid out the favoritism, the suspension, the suitcase in the foyer. Then I attached his text, his confession, so nobody could twist it. Within a day, my parents and brother were raging and threatening. So I got a lawyer and sent a cease and desist. A few relatives called to apologize and said they had no idea. I didn't debate them. I just let the screenshot do the talking. Now it's just me and my grandma, and the silence is peaceful. My work keeps growing, and my life finally feels like mine. They taught me I was disposable. I taught them I'm not for sale.